for another vlog update.
Fuego, nuestro amor es fuego.
The CO2.
Y corren las balas de tu palabra fría.
The tense.
Tengo miedo, ay, como tengo miedo.
The greenhouse.
Que ya perdiste la gana.
And we've been gone for a couple weeks to Spain. So today we get to see all the plant progress together.
What's up, my Shwales?
Spain, by the way, was lit.
This is where the best Genetix and cannabis is.
On the lemon cherry. Woo! Buddy, capulator's there. Let's go.
And I think you gotta go bananas, right?
Nice. Our purpose, our mission here at Cannabis 2025.
We'll save that for next week's upload. This week is all about the grow. But first, here's our winner from last vlog's comment section. Our way of saying thank you for being here and dropping a comment. Thanks again, AC Infinity, and just a reminder, all you have to do is drop a comment on this video for a chance to win on the next vlog.
All right, here we are for another giveaway. This is on the last vlog upload. All we're gonna do for this giveaway is anyone who's in the comment section is gonna have a chance to win. All right, so boom, grab the link from the last episode. Anything goes, no duplicates. 1,000. Okay, so here we go, pick a winner. Boom, huge congratulations to Download Garden 7103. Who else really enjoyed watching this video? I sure as hell did. Much love, brother. Thank you for throwing down the comment. You just won yourself a $100 store credit on AC Infinity. You could use it for things like, you know, the fabric pots if you wanted to, a new carbon filter if you needed something like that. You're gonna be able to pick yourself up a pair of those as well. I'm gonna find you in the comment section. And huge thanks to AC Infinity for always supporting the community. Guys, make sure and check them out, acinfinity.com, and use code HomeGrowTV to save yourself a nice chunk of change at checkout. Let's get back to the episode. All right, so it's pretty much been since Spain that we've been in here. Good news is we've been looking at the metrics. Things look good. Obviously, we've been getting photos from Grow Bro Bryan, but we haven't actually seen it ourselves. So let's head into the CO2 and see how everything's doing. If it's alive, if it's thriving, if it's exploding. It's day 31 flower right now, so we know it's gonna be interesting in there. All right, so before we go in, here's the new addition. We've used the AC Infinity zippers on each side and added like a closed flap to just better seal our room with the CO2. Oh my God, we're officially out of CO2. Holy, we just hit an emergency right now. We're officially out of CO2, which is not good. It is so low in there. Oh my God, it's only 82. Dude, holy shit, we gotta open this up right now. Not good. Does this mean everything's dead? I knew I should have the spare bottle here. I mean, we better start cycling the air ASAP. The good news is things are looking all right in here. I was definitely worried there for a second. It's a forest in here. Look at this. Huge looking buds. Liking what I'm seeing so far in here. Everything looked like it got cleared out. Everything looking all right, nice and cleaned up in here. But there's no dead plants, so everything's definitely been getting watered. Just look at the landscape in here, bro. It's insane. I've never had a room this packed with just an 18-day veg. This is nuts, dude. Crazy. Anyway, we're gonna have to come back in here tomorrow when we can get CO2. Well, we are back the next night. It was like 1 a.m. that same evening after I literally ran out of CO2. Good thing was, as you'll see in the pulse review when we go through the metrics in a little bit, it was that evening where it actually ran out. So not a big deal. We switched it out. We did lower the heat and, well, we did lower the lights, started extracting and circulating the air as soon as we noticed that happened until we installed this at about 1 a.m. a few hours before they turned off. Brand new one, set up and good to go. We're here the day after to do our walkthrough that we didn't get to do yesterday because we were in sheer panic. And taking a look, nutrients good, still a little bit left, so I'll probably end up making some before the end of the evening. We got a coffee poured up. It's time to cut my hair again, as you can see. We're not here to talk hair, are we? Let's jump in there and look at some of the plants in day 32 flower. smell you ladies from here. Wow, all right. So first thing I'm seeing, a little bush falling over right now from the watermelon emoji, toppling over, which we've never seen before. Really strong structure. Clearly these are bigger buds than we've also ever had before. So my first observation, again, we've never seen this with the watermelon emoji, but we got our first few toppling buds. Just the size on them is much heavier and bigger than anything I've seen in 32 days of flower. So CO2, I'm instantly a fan. This is ridiculous, guys. This is 18 days veg from seed. Wow, everything's literally growing from side to side over there. It's packed in here. Oh my God. And these 3 emojis were in here just to kind of give us a baseline. The bud on this, bro. So we should start seeing some purpling coming out here soon. Quick terp check. God, I love you. Everything's looking clean. So good work, Bryan, for coming through on day 21-ish to give us a good defoliation. It's looking clean in here. God, I love the terps on the emoji. So we got to stand these up here. I love seeing this thing growing in so many different ways. I've been having a few grow bros grow it outdoors recently, patio plants. It's ridiculous. The tests are coming out, just unbelievable. We're putting it through all types of different environments. It's the first time in CO2, and I'm not surprised to say she's thriving in here. Again, we threw the watermelon emoji just to kind of give us that baseline, right, of a strain we know and how much bigger she's going to grow now with the CO2. Then we move on to the Umami 901s, the 910s, the 96, the 906, and then the 905s. So the one we have the most of is the 901 and the 910, which were 2 ones that really stood out to me on the last grow. Oh, man, 901A is so good. It's so good, dude. It has that lime acai, delicious. It has a bit of the gelato from acai. Okay, so the 901's looking pretty good. There's one huge chunker here in the middle. Look at this freaking bud, man. This is the 901 number 3, by far our biggest stacker. Unreal. Let's do a quick terp check on this one. So 901A number 3. Yeah, I really like that. I need to make sure we have that in clone. I haven't seen something this big in a while, guys. And for it to smell like that, we're getting really nice, like blueberry-esque gelato. There's something in there. I'm wondering if there's that gelato acai in there. But anyway, so far on the 901s, this one right here is really standing out to me. Wow. So while we're down here, we might as well take a look, right? Everything's tagged. These are all the 901s. So we have 3 rows of the 901As all the way through to Pheno 16. Then it moves over to the 910s, the 906s, and the 905s, and then the raw Genetix down there. But so far on our drip lines, guys, and on our nutrients, right, which we'll be talking about in a bit, the new nutrients is crushing it. Oh my God. So everything so far with the FluorFlex and automatic irrigation with the pulse tie-in through the open sprinkler has worked. You know, without seeing them, this is the longest I've ever gone in any of my grows without actually being inside the grow. You know, we flipped them into flower before we went to Spain. We got back, and this is our first time being in, and it's just like, what a pleasant, beautiful surprise to see it. You know, God, and obviously shout out to Grower Bryan, who was here, obviously very consistently making sure everything was working. We had everything set from pulse, but it's a pretty surreal feeling to see like the first, you know, semi-automated grow going on, where we just get to literally enjoy the fruits of the labor here in a little bit. Another few weeks left, but let's continue the tour. So favorites so far, 901A3, and then obviously the watermelon emojis are always going to be one of my favorites. We got 6 phenos of the 910, really thick on a few of them. Totally different aromas, at least on this pheno that I'm smelling right now. I'm almost getting like a body odor. I don't know if that's sour or what that is. Sticky as though. Umami 910's looking really good. Wow. Oh my God, look at that one. Yeah, this one's freaking massive. Frostified, but small on this one. Let's see. 905s and then the 906s over here. And then we get over to these right here. And this is the raw Genetix. The one I was really excited about. 2 of them. The 0, which is across the permanent marker. So these 3 across the back, we're getting some light bleaching I see right here. But the permanent marker cross, it's gotta get a whiff of this sucker. Rub one of these baby buds. That's a delicious permanent marker. I even get a little bit of that Z pie in there too. This is a nice cross of it, man. Wow, number 1. And then we have the pink Paloma, and funny enough, on the live yesterday with the Dude Grows, they were really talking up this cut of the cherry Paloma that they have from Raw Genetics. So the pink Paloma is the Z pie cross to that cherry Paloma, and let's see. Come on, that's nice. That's fucking delicious. Wow. So really nice buds on the Paloma here, the pink Paloma. Looking delicious. Bigger stackers than the Z pie we've grown before. Similar structure, but not as sensitive, and looking good overall with this these Paloma crosses. Dude, this Paloma is the real deal. Oh, pink Paloma. So note this in the video, Dakota, you're gonna love this one. Pink Paloma number 4 is really nice. Really candy Skittles. That Z pie, what I like about it, but it has something else in there, which is probably coming from that cherry Paloma. Oh, I love that. What a pleasant surprise. That Z pie box kit was definitely worth it, just smelling those few phenos that we've seen. From the permanent marker and the cherry Paloma. Wow. So far everything looking really good. I'm gonna take a dive through in on the other side, see if we find anything else that's really standing out to us. Obviously it's day 31, so there's still a lot of time left to flower and finish up. You'll see the rest of them coming in the future here in the Seed to Harvest or the studio shots in one of the vlogs. And wow, yeah, on this side, on the right side, also a little bit packed. This one's got an interesting structure to me right here. Well, to end the little CO2 tour off, we'll do a little summary as far as tech. We're gonna go ahead and raise the lights, which are the Evo 10s. We're gonna raise them just a little bit more. As you can see, we already got a few kind of like literally hitting it. We're gonna get glasses too for the future, because right now they are set to 9. So the Evo 10s is the first time in my life that we've ever actually got to run them at 10. Well, and that's all because of the CO2. The CO2 we have done through AC Infinity, the lights, the extraction, and the fans, ventilation, and even the intake filter coming in for clean air is all done through AC Infinity. As always, we always have the discount code down below, and we only recommend things that we actually like, trust, and use, like AC Infinity. We were actually customers long before they ever sponsored the channel, and so for us it's an honor to be able to represent AC Infinity and show it here on the channel, as currently it's crushing its way through our very first CO2 grow from seed to harvest. So we'll be back here inside the CO2, I would assume within a week on the next vlog upload. Things are definitely getting exciting as we get to late flower. I cannot wait to get some of these in the studio. We've definitely found some potential new winners that we're going to be looking at all the way to the end. Some of the 901As, 1 or 2 of the 910s, and definitely some of the raw genetics in the back with that new Z Pie cross box that we got. The 0, which is permanent marker, and then the pink Paloma, both really smelling good and definitely raising my eyebrows so far. We're going to head out of here for now. We're going to go ahead, raise the lights just a little bit.
Los aguaceros que no veo llegar, como duele vivir en mi playa sin mar.
Alright, so here we are in the Pulse dashboard to take a little deep dive through the metrics and everything that's kind of happened over the last 2 weeks that we were in Spain and then getting back over the past week. So at the time of recording this, and pretty much a day or two before actually uploading this episode, we're in day 33 flower, and this is kind of just the overall zone averages, what's going on in this actual moment. What we're going to do, we're going to hop over and see kind of what happened over the last 2 weeks, and we'll dive through the irrigation, but we'll start with the overall metrics as far as the RH, the temp, the VPD, and the CO2. This is the Pulse Pro monitor, and we can also look at light and when the light was on and off and see if there's any issues, but we're not going to be looking at that, nor air pressure or dew point. We're just going to take a look at the temps, VPD, RH, and CO2. So the day we left to go to Spain was on March 4th. The day we got back was, I believe, on the 18th. On oversight, we can just kind of go over here and look at the averages for the RH during the entire time we were gone, for the temperatures, the VPD, and the CO2. Overall, the averages I was actually pretty stoked with. So overall, everything while we were gone was looking pretty good. No emergencies, everything from CO2, VPD, everything was dialed in and looking good. If we go over the last week and the scare that we had with the CO2, right here where our CO2 was not triggering, we were having issues. And then towards the end here is when we had to make that full switch, and we got it turned back on at about 1 a.m. right here. Let's take a dive into the VWC and how the irrigations and everything were going. So if we take a look at when we left for our irrigation all the way to date right now, we can see each one of the irrigation days, and if we zoom in, we can see each actual irrigation. So on a day-to-day basis, what essentially was happening was each one of these is an irrigation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 11 irrigations in the course of one day of lights on, and then here's our dryback all the way to the next day, first irrigation, and so on. So this is our first run with it, but in the open sprinkler, what we have it set to is our P1 and P2, our phase 1 and phase 2 irrigation. And if we go into here, this is set to the VWC monitor in the back. Whenever it dips below 29%, it's going to go ahead and turn on for 140 seconds. Every 15 minutes until it hits its target VWC. About 4 hours course, and then in our phase 2, this will turn on about 4 hours into lights on, and it is triggered at 43%, and this is our goal of 53%. So I'm not sure if a lot of this stuff is too much. I wanted to at least have a vlog upload where we kind of include a little bit of the open sprinkler system, how it was to set up, what our irrigation looked like. Like I said in the vlog, everything was looking good. Growth was explosive. It was unreal. And no crazy dryouts. It looks like every single day things were hit and hit multiple times, just as they should be. Some of our drybacks were a bit more aggressive on some of the plants than we would like. So on the future grows, we'll probably adjust that. And then the only other change we've made is since getting back, we've increased the amount of water that was being fed because we noticed they were drying back so quick. The last thing I want to touch on is our humidity over the last few days. So over the last week, we've started to notice that our average RH, we can't get it even into the 50s. Some of our maxes, some of our days has been spiking way too high, which I know at some point is going to open us up to mold and issues. So immediately I'm looking at this first run with a sealed CO2. The next upgrade we're going to have to make is a better dehumidifier. The one we're using right now just isn't cutting it. So this is the dehumidifier that we have in the grow right now. I really was just trying to save some money and get something cheap off Amazon, and now we're starting to see that it just doesn't cut it. So chances are I'm going to end up looking at Growers House and trying to find something that fits and is made for actual growing environment and not something from Amazon to save a quick buck. So I've done a little bit of investigation. I got a lot more to do. If anyone has experience or ideas for some dehu that would work for my room or setting that you guys have seen, let me know. But so far I've been looking at this Quest unit here or something like this 110 overhead, but I think it's going to be too heavy to even ship to Colombia. I'd definitely rather get something from Growers House made for growers. They have so many different options for stuff. This is where we got our RO system, and everything's been really good. So let me know down in the comments below, guys. But yeah, no more Amazon cutting corners dehus. We put it to the test, and it doesn't work.
Woo! Well, good morning. Welcome back to another day here at the vlog. It's a really interesting one today. It's really early morning. It's about 6:40 a.m. We woke up hella early, and we are right now driving to go pick up our new grow gal. Let's just put it this way. We got a new family integrant coming to the family today to join us at the farm, HomeGrowTV, for many years to come.
Park it a little bit better because you're going to leave your car here. And we're going to go to pick up a new member of our family. So to make sure that nobody suspects anything weird of your car, because this one already looks like a gangster car, you better park it good, buddy.
Yeah.
This one.
So what you bring? Some morning smoke?
Yeah, so I brought these huge rolling papers that we got from Luke from Paradise Seeds in Spinavis.
Yeah.
Remember those huge papers?
Yeah.
I brought them, so I thought, let's bring a strain that tastes amazing, but it's pretty low in THC. I think this one tested at 12% of THC, Black Lebanon from Super Sativa Seed Club. It's a landrace and therefore a little bit low in THC, but the flavor is just so incredible.
Yeah.
That I think this flower will do very well for that huge doobie without really knocking us off when we're walking in the greenhouse. And then of course, two of our winners, La Bomba and Black Hole. I didn't pick like the most beautiful flowers or anything, nor the biggest. I just took a hand out of the big jar, threw it in the bag for today. But always when people smoke this, always they're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And it's La Bomba.
Yeah, dude. Good lineup, bro. All right, guys. So we're on our way, and surprise coming very soon. New family.
The HomeGrowTV family keeps growing every day.
Oh, look at him. Beautiful savage. Here she is. And gee, this is the cutest little thing. You're gonna grow up here. Officially 2 months old yesterday, and it is March 25th, 2025. Welcome to the farm, baby girl. I think you're gonna like it here. You got a nice view. We got lots of water. We got birds to look at, fruit to find, but you can't eat the avocados. You know, what we do here, you'll slowly find out. You'll see. It's all done with love. Throw it down in the comments. We don't have a name for her yet. I was thinking she was going to tell us in a few days, but if you have some cool names and ideas, throw it down in the comments and help us name this new little gardener who's only 2 months old.
Let's show all these people watching how the greenhouse is doing in week 4 of veg. Well, I'm already smoking, so I'm getting into the mood. The puppy just got settled into the house. I think we're ready to go to the greenhouse, but I think just one thing is missing, don't you think?
What are you missing? Oh, I know what you're missing, bro.
My gardener's uniform, what do you mean? Before going to the greenhouse, let's swap clothes. Yeah! Whoa, that was fast. What the hell? My doobie transformed.
Bro, look at you, fully ready, outfitted as usual, but this time, for the first time, what type of doobie is that, bro?
I think this will last me just enough for the greenhouse tour, but I might have to roll another one when we go indoor. This is the Black Lebanon of Super Sativa Seed Club, one of the land races that doesn't test that high in THC, but very high in terps. I think this is the perfect, oh, wow. It's like biting an orange peel. So I was here 2 weeks ago, but the last update was basically 4 weeks ago. So basically what the growth that we're gonna see now is the progress of 4 weeks. All right.
First impression.
First impression, everything is vigorous and is standing up, like looking for that sun. It looks pretty much praying from here, so wow. Huh, this one was from seed. They were just leaves when we left, so in 4 weeks.
Oh, dude, the amount of growth on these suckers.
These became full-grown plants. If this was my indoor and I wanted to do pictures, I would say, bro, we're ready to flower because they can double in size. But here we're in a different story, so we'll get back to that in a bit.
I'll be up in the club and it's all alright. I'll be fucked up by the night, pouring it up and dance to the vibe.
And so today, potentially, once we get through the tour, we're going to be setting up some of these trellis nets, guys. These are biodegradable, and we'll talk more about it later, but this is from Grower's House, and it's something else we're testing for the outdoor.
Wow, look at these. Wow. These have exploded with growth.
Wow.
Wow.
Dude. And we'll dive back in bed by bed, but this is the Cheetah Piss Lantz. These are clones of the watermelon emoji, the Moweetos, and then of course the Toronjaz looking parallel. This is probably the only bed that's entirely the same clone.
Okay, first thing I want to ask, what happened with the ventilators? When you have a greenhouse like this, in veg we don't have any problems. Looks like the plants are growing well. But having accounts, you should always have ventilation in any type of grow. Why? The benefits of having an amazing airflow makes the stems stronger, the branches stronger, so when the flower is going to pack on that stem, it's going to be stronger from the base and it's not going to completely bend over. So for that, and of course, for all the whiteflies, mites, and other pests, they hate wind. They're always looking for a protected space in the shade, covered with leaves,
right,
where there's not a lot of airflow, so they can reproduce and just thrive. But if you put a little bit of ventilation on there, their house is going to become, whoa, moving. Oh, so how are you going to reproduce when you're shaking like that? It's going to make it much more difficult, and just for general vigorous, we need some ventilation in here.
100%. Good observation right away. I'm like, dude, where is that order? We got to take a look and see when that comes in. The other thing I kind of noticed right away, all these being clones, you would think they would be uptaking nutrients the exact same way, whereas I see some are a little bit darker green. Right beside it is a little bit of a lighter green.
Look, this one looks completely different.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's re-vegging. So it must have started flowering.
Yeah, these must have been in flower a bit more than the others because they have this duck feet, duck toe.
Yeah, the single little leaflet. And maybe that's potentially why it's using less nutrition, whereas everything that's in full veg mode is already kind of yellowing towards the bottom here.
Yeah, also have an account where we mixed this bed. Of course, we did our very best to mix it as good as possible, but maybe the black soil that we were working with was a bit different here than there.
Right.
Maybe the roots were a bit tangled more from one plant to the other. So still you see some changes in environment, soil, and so also expressions of the plants.
Right. So what do you think of the soil moisture? Like, take a look at it and let's see as far as what was being watered on a daily. Like, there's definitely some good moisture content in here that looks dry on the surface, but as soon as you get in, and it's nice and moist in there immediately. What do you think of the greenhouse?
Ooh, ¿tienes calor?
You're hot in here, huh? We gotta get you some water.
You also notice that these grew much more than there, and you were already saying that before we were planting. Dakota was like, dude, you put way too much soil here and not that much soil there.
Oh yeah, I see it.
We're noticing that difference, although here it's more packed, still the plants like exploded.
Ah, good observation, you're right. I didn't even notice that right off the bat.
Because see the foliage, even if you look plant per plant, you can still see there's more ramification, how you say that, like branching out.
Yeah.
And then more leaf growth. Then when we go all the way there,
oh yeah, look at the difference.
here, the same size, same plant, same clone is definitely more yellow, not that spread out, didn't stretch that high, and much less leaf. Could it be the soil? I mean, look at the difference.
Right.
There it's all the way filled up. Here we got like half.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's not the same. And although there they're packed more, here they have more space, they could explode more than the ones there, but they didn't. So probably the soil factor. Maybe it's also, I don't know, I feel the quality of the soil there is also better than here.
Got you. What do you think? Maybe just more cocoa on this end? Yeah, oh yeah, look how light this is.
Yeah.
This is like, whoa, this is a lot of cocoa. We could probably even dump a bag of hummus over here.
Yeah.
Of castings.
Or compost from the new pile here.
Even better, yeah.
Yeah, you could definitely do pola de bajo, so a little lollipopping here, and make it naked up to here or even here, and just fill up with soil. And as long as these plants are in veg and you keep this nice and moist, roots might shoot out after, let's say, 1 week, just from the main branch. So if you fill this up, the plant will definitely enjoy it and the roots will just become stronger. Still hand watering?
Still hand watering here, yeah, and that's what we got to get fixed this week. You guys already seen in one of the last uploads. Reservoir is ready to go. We just got to tie in, get the 2,000 liter in, and get our irrigation going ASAP. And then I would say we need to give them a good feed too of our organic nutrient line, which, by the way, guys, in just a little bit here in the episode, we're doing the reveal of what that organic line is, the nutrient brand, because there was a few people that actually guessed it in the last episode.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it in the comments. Some people guessed it, but very few people. But you're gonna find out very soon. I wonder if those nutrients, we can also apply them foliar, spraying, or it's only in the soil. How does it work?
That's a really good question, actually. You know, you would assume it, like for sure, we should be able to foliar spray as well.
Especially in veg. And it also normally absorbs it faster, which these plants are already a little bit in a deficiency. That means that 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, they already started having a little bit of deficiency. Now we're seeing it. Just to make sure that they absorb it fast, it would be great if you can just foliar spray it, and in 24 hours, those plants are gonna be like, bam!
Why don't we hop over to the next bed, talk a little bit about the genetics are in here, and check the next thing.
These look greener for sure. Wow.
Always been a really easy clone to grow, this one right here. You know it really well. This is the watermelon emoji.
Oh, watermelon emoji. Fuck yeah, the champion.
From here all the way till the purple stems, which the purple stems we've
It's
seen.
Moweeto.
The Moweeto.
That might be the Moweeto. That's the plant that we got from you. And she always looks like this in veg. Totally purple. You would think it's a sulfur deficiency or magnesium deficiency, but it's not.
This is like almost the greenest I would have seen it on this stretch here, but no, it's still just purple. All the new growth coming in purple. Things are looking healthy though up top, and soon we'll start to see that purple growth underneath the leaf. It's crazy. It just starts turning black underneath the leaf and takes over.
Look how much she grew and how similar these all are. These are literally clones. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plants, all exactly the same, and the line next to it as well is like a bus. And then all of a sudden it changes a bit here. Why would that be?
Right? I wonder if it's the edge of the bed again. I wonder if it's being at the edge of the greenhouse. It's all Moweeto still.
Yeah.
Because our black holes and bombas are up a few.
Here.
Right?
And not there. Wow, it's so vigorous. It's so green.
So nice in the middle of the bed for sure.
Yeah, and look, they even grew more than the Toronjaz. And I remember when we were planting them, the Toronjaz were the biggest one. That's why we put them at the lowest point of the greenhouse, thinking that they were gonna overtake these. But no, wow, this Moweeto, fuck it. This is why the Moweeto is a champion.
Yeah, look at that leaf, bro.
Wow, it must use a lot of nutrients to just build this.
Wow. What do you see for pests once you rip that leaf off? Anything? Does she look clean? Can we find?
Oh, I'm happily surprised. I don't find any bug on this. No, I did see some leaves of maybe animals that were chewing it. I don't know if there still are, but in this example, there's no pests at all.
So let's see here. Again, we're starting to see light greening, starting to get light on nitrogen. We definitely need some nutrients here this week, but looking clean indeed, bro. Wow, and then these emojis, bro. One of the easiest strains we've ever grown. Always got these beautiful leaves as well.
They were also, I think, flowering already a little bit because some of them are like recovering from that. But besides that, they exploded nicely. They have the typical structure of like a pine tree, if I say that correctly.
Yeah.
Like with a high middle base, and then the lower branches are like half of the height of the main branch.
Yeah, and look, she's ready officially. This whole bed is definitely ready for the scrog. You know, it's already hit the level of our top post. Yeah. You know, pretty much down through the Moweetos.
That one, we already have to start scrogging. Or because we see that these are bigger than the last ones, Dakota told me he wants to give them a little bit more time vegging to make sure we have enough flower to test really well. So we might just chop these down for like 60-70% of their height to give the other ones a little bit more time.
Yeah, like imagine we took this whole big stem off. It would just be a bunch of branches ready to explode out. It would fill out so nice.
Yeah.
And it would give us time to catch up to a few of the beds we'll see here in a sec.
Yeah. And like you don't have to worry if the middle then is open. You can just bend them back to the open spaces in like a week. You know, in a week it will just... Psh.
Running like Usain Bolt, swimming if I can't float. With it, take the paper, rip it clean slate. Here we go.
How much time do you think you want to give to the whole greenhouse to start flowering? Will the people see in the next video the plants flowering or still in veg?
Well, that's a great question. I think once we see the next few beds, we can make the decision to at least make sure we have a few catch up to the size, like the chicken and waffles bed. Or still, some of them are not even peeking over the pots yet. So maybe a month veg.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, another month?
Maybe. Let's see. I mean, this is quick, but once we step up the nutrition, we get some fans in here, maybe 3 weeks is more than enough.
Guys, we need your help. Let us know. What do you think? Should we flower now? Should we flower in 2 weeks and 4 weeks? Let us know in the comments because this is just an experiment and we're just having fun here. Cheetah Piss from Ridgeline Farms.
Here it is, So this is the entire Cheetah Piss Lantz cross, which is now called the Ridgelion.
Ridgelion, that's a nice name.
Right? So the Ridgelion, I believe, is also launched, officially available on Tangled Roots. It's supposed to be a little bit more resistant when it comes to molds, and it's supposed to be giving us everything we love from the Lantz terps. We've seen some of the clones already flower out in that little test area.
Oh.
Bed is packed, and we're definitely seeing some that are already really hungry. Now, these are going to be heavy feeders for sure.
Yeah, they're also packed really big. I feel like they don't have that much space. Look, comparing it, you know, with the other ones that we just saw.
True.
They're gonna need some trimming, but the good thing is you have a crocknet.
El río fluye, nunca solo está, solo está.
All right, so remember when you asked you're like, well, we must have lost some seedlings, which is normal, right? Some are gonna make it, some won't. In this next bed, this is like the only seedling I think we lost, like 1 or 2 maybe on this whole run.
I thought we were gonna miss like 30%. This soil was not even tested. We just took some random black soil and we only lost 1.
This next bed here, this is pretty much all the Lantz, but then there's a few of the Ridgeline runs crossed to Lantz.
You also planted these much later, right? This was the bed that you kept open first, or
Yeah.
Because they're all so much smaller. Why
These
is that?
ones were the later clones, and then these clones had already been ready for like a week or 2 before.
Yeah.
So same strains, just different time. Overall though, it's looking good.
Yeah. Like this one popped out really nice. This one is really nice.
I think these are some of the purple Lantz too, like the plants. It's plants.
Oh, yeah. Plant Z. And then this one, and these are just also very beautiful.
Oh, we should be getting some purple GMO Lantz smelling motherfuckers in this, dude.
We're halfway. I think we need some water, and let's continue the break. Oh, sorry. Let's continue the tour. I mean, lol. I think the Black Lebanon is doing its job.
What's up, buddy? Good work. Bien hecho, en general. Todo muy bien. So for the people, let us know what happened over the last 2 weeks. What were you feeding? What were you spraying? How was everything?
Aquí tenemos 8 camas en el invernadero en el momento. Hemos estado en el momento regando día por medio. Hemos estado fumigando las últimas semanas, pues obviamente casi todos los días. Variamos siempre obviamente en cada fumigación como de productos, echando muchas bacterias fumigando. Así siempre estar muy pendiente también de las plantas en general, entendiendo siempre como la planta desde la vista.
So the whole greenhouse entirely, how much water would it get at once?
400 litros día por medio o casi diario.
Has there been any bed at all that's been difficult, troubling, or slow? ¿Hay alguna cama que ha sido más lento, algunas dificultades o algo? Which bed is this, Brian? ¿Qué tenemos acá?
Tenemos la chicken and waffle, sí las tenemos un poquito pues como más quedadas en general.
Q, when you see these signs, what's your mind telling you right now?
The soil, I think it's a little bit too rocky. Maybe something went wrong there. But also, I think the start off right at the germination stage, something must have gone wrong there. Like the roots were maybe not well developed and they got stunned from the beginning. So they just need a couple weeks to really recover and bounce back from that. And a commercial grow, I think they would throw this out and just, put the next clone or whatever they have next ready. But in our case, you really wanted to see the chicken and waffles. So you were like, we're just going to plant them anyway and see if some survive.
Right. Yeah.
And some will survive. Just they're bouncing back.
Yeah, like these ones look perfect over here.
Yeah, and then also the soil was probably not ideal. Look, we can just find I don't know if this was with concrete. Yeah, see, this looks more like concrete, cement, that maybe was mixed with the soil. We see some parts of the road. So maybe the soil that then we finally put it in wasn't also ideal to make them explode and bounce back fast. So those 2 factors is what's playing here.
Yeah, I think so. We'll continue the tour because these beds do get crazier and crazier. Like we're already seeing some big ones down here. Where did we finish off at? We were down at the...
Bed number 5 we were going to do now.
That's right. Bed number 5, Mr. Q. So this is probably one of the most expensive seed packs we've purchased in a good minute.
And that hurts because we already buy so many seeds, right?
Yeah, dude. So these were regular. They were expensive as heck. They were regular seeds. This is Shwale, the Guava papayas, and the BOPs, the banana, orange, pine, pineapples.
This is basically Santi's bet, the hash maker.
Exactly.
It's like his recommendation. He's like, you gotta try this Shwale. I want to see how it does. We're gonna put some macro lenses on it to see how those trichome heads really look like. But
God, you're seeing some really healthy ones. You know how I love that number 22 when I'm pheno hunting. So this Guava papaya, number 22. Funny enough, we already had it starred in veg because it was just so healthy. And look at her now, Q. The clone of her is huge.
It's might be the healthiest plant of the bed, or at least in the top 5.
Right? For sure. These are all from clone. We popped from seed, grew them next to the house, found out what sex was what.
Yeah, sexed. Yeah, of course.
And so these
They're
are
all female, but not selected yet on the pheno.
Yep.
That's what we're gonna do here in this bed. Pheno hunting!
And so this is cool. The nets are already here. We'll cut one of these open in a sec, stretch it open, and see if it's perfect for the size. And it just might be. It's like we designed the beds for them.
Wow. Biodegradable netting. Nice. Never seen this before.
We got that from Grower's House. And another thing that we're going to be testing from their product line.
Grower's House has everything, right?
Yeah.
Everything for your home grow or commercial grow as well.
And you know we got that code now too set up, right?
Oh, right here.
There it is. So anything you guys need from Grower's House, the nets, any of the cloning stuff, all that other stuff we've been getting, whether it's the RO system, and maybe soon new dehumidifiers, that's all from Grower's House. If I'm not mistaken, oh yeah, Q, look, the rest of this bed is filled with some of our winners, like Lemon Bang Bang.
Whoa.
And like Black Hole should be in here.
Oh, yeah. This looks like Black Hole. It is Black Hole. Recognize her. Oh, no, I was thinking I'm smoking her, but no, this is Black Lebanon. The Black Hole is in the office, but I brought some Black Hole for you to try as well, just so you remember those terps.
Bro, it's been so long. Heck yeah, I can't wait to smoke that and look at that, because that's literally the same clone that's been around from years. One of our first winners from Robin Hood Seeds. Just a killer. I don't think we're ever going to let go of this clone. It's just vigorous. It's crazy.
She's fast.
Very fast.
Very fast. Good producer. Looks like here it's pretty crowded, you know? But it's Black Hole. She stretches out nice and high, so I think we're gonna be good with this crocknet.
Yeah, and it got crowded because there was just a few other winners that I love, and I needed to squeeze in like Yikes and Lemon Bang Bang. I was like, oh, get them in.
Yeah, and they were actually already flowering there. You're like, no, get them in anyway. I really want to see how they do in this bed.
Yeah. Okay, so this whole bed here, the first half is Solfire, all from seed, and then the front of the bed is Battle Royale.
Oof, those look much greener than these.
Right?
Yeah.
They do.
Wow.
These first ones over here, and you can already see some similar structure. This is the Trich Beast. So we got like 2 or 3 packs of Trich Beast all right here, and it's supposed to be like a really fast flowering. Like he's seen some 42 dayers, some 36 dayers. That's what we're really gonna test, and could be really good for outdoor.
Yeah.
But clearly they want some nutrients now, huh?
It also looks like there's some indica in there, which definitely makes me believe that this is a fast flowering plant.
Right.
Huh.
All kind of similar growth structure, the height.
Yeah, they're like very symmetric as well. Like when you look from them at the top, they're like all very similar. Like they have this cross shape.
Yeah, jagged little razor blade edges. Then the next one over to it should be the Barf Breath, and this is a Don Mega cross. Yeah, it starts here, the BB, the Barf Breath. Back, this is all Barf Breath right here. Similar looking. They're asking for some nutrients, that's for sure.
Yeah, the genetic looks pretty stable. They all look very similar.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I think there's only 5. These ones here are 6 or some anniversary cake. So this was the 10-year anniversary of Solfire. And it's like a blueberry cheesecake cross to something delicious. I'll put it right here. Anniversary cake. That was a freebie when we ordered the Boscotti.
Oh, these look nice. And this one is actually the biggest one of the beds. Yeah, like in height, definitely. Has some good branching there going on as well.
This right here.
These look nice.
All Battle Royale, dude.
Of Copycat Genetix?
The Copycat, exclusive for the Battle of the Breeders. It was so good in the indoor, we decided, fuck, we're popping another 50 of them.
He just keeps bringing that fire, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
And they all have this huge main stem, but not that much branching out. But they're all like this.
Yeah. They grow tall. They're definitely stretchers from the ones we've seen in flower. They look like they're handling nutrition really good.
Yeah.
You know, definitely
vigorous
and nice, dude. So Battle Royale, I got my eyes on this one right here. This thing's looking beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I always like to compare them in the same bed with other plants, because The soil is going to be the most similar. They're going to be from the same age, more or less. And looks like these are doing very well, and they're standing next to some premium genetics. So this is difficult bet, hard bet to win as a breeder. Well, I just saw we were at the last bet. So I kind of want to finish this joint, you know? It's like the greenhouse joint, like I told you. I didn't share this joint with anyone.
Not once.
I didn't pass it once. And I'm still feeling great. I can still know what I'm talking about, or maybe not.
Dude, so a few of these, I guess we'll start at the back and work our way to the end here, because a few of these ladies, you've already grown. Actually, let's just start with these, because you've grown these, you've took amazing pictures of these, bro.
Oh, the Seedsman collection?
That's right.
Oh man, that's an amazing batch.
Yeah, so the whole Seedsman collection, which, by the way, dude, look how healthy all this stuff is here compared to, you know, everything else, which is also looking good.
And this was planted the last, so this should be like the smallest one. Wow, the whole batch, not just the Seedsman batch, but basically the whole batch is looking perfect. I wish all of them were like that.
That's right, yeah, dude. And so we're starting off, we have the Guava Root. Right?
GMO, Guava Root GMO.
Guava Root GMO. So Guava Root GMO, it looks like all these right here are the Guava Root GMOs.
Nice.
Then we got the Gorilla Runtz.
Gorilla Runtz, very purple flower and super tangy.
So frosty too. When you brought that nug over, bro, in your pictures, by the way. Unreal, dude. Looks so good. So they're healthy, off to a perfect start on the Gorilla Runtz. And then these ones here, I think, are also the Gorilla Runtz. That's right. So Gorilla Runtz and Guava Root GMO are the two that we got from the new Seedsman collection.
Yeah, they look very stable, and I recognize them. And actually, I could recognize that this is the Guava GMO. Looking at the leaves, they're very different than these. And I could recognize that from the indoor, yeah.
So right here...
These are weird.
Really weird, dude. I was excited to grow these out. These are all mutant plants.
Whoa.
This is from Shadowborn Genetics, a grow bro we met and connected with on Instagram. Awesome boutique breeder, working with mutant plants and different stuff.
Yeah, and these are from seeds.
Yeah.
Because I can still see the leaflets here, but they all have this mutation. It's
all
like 100% of those seeds. That's crazy.
He says like, yeah, 98% of them. And it's a blueberry vintage to a banana something. Here's the full lineage. And like 99 of them did. We popped, I think, almost 20. And there was like one or two that would look normal. Wow. But the rest of them all came out with this like fern-looking, you know, fern-style mutant leaf. So really cool work that he does. He doesn't just breed mutants. He has some other cool stuff as well, like this Pungent Punch. So these three right here are Pungent Punch. They're also from Shadowborn Genetics.
Wow. I don't know if that's something that you look at, but when I see these seedlings that are so healthy, and when I look at those bottom leaves, you can see those very first leaflets from when the seed really pops open. Yeah. Like I can give you an example. Here, the ones of Seedsman, for example. Look here. You see that little round part? That is still, you know, like the very first leaflet when the seedling opens, and then the first two little leaves here. So that shows that this plant that grew here now in 4 weeks was just so healthy that it didn't even need 1 gram or milligram of nutrients from the plant itself, but it had everything in the soil. So the bed, oh bro.
Yeah.
And this is the soil.
You remembering now too, this is the supercharged bed. So it
explains everything.
I know, I was really remembering as soon as we were looking at it, I was like, dude, this whole bed is ridiculously more vigorous green than everything else, which again, it looks nice. And then it hit me, I was like, bro, this was the supercharged bed.
But of course, it also costs 10 times more to make a bed like this than the other one, but feels like it's so worth it.
Yeah, now that we see it, that's what we wanted to see. It looks like we're going to definitely start amending the other beds with at least some of the castings, you know, layer by layer. We'll add some more stuff on, but what a difference, huh?
That is crazy. Oh my God, that is crazy that we see that. And it came to me while I was explaining it, while I was thinking about those little leaflets, and I would say, oh, that means this, that means that the plant has everything. And I was like, it comes from the soil. And I was like, why is it so different? And
right?
then it all made sense.
Yeah,
Brian.
dude, it
all
hit
made
me
sense.
too. I was gonna summarize with it, but I was just like, there it is. There's our answer. So to finish off the community section here, Q, this is the first time we got our brother Walipini in the bed.
Oh,
And this is
Walipini!
his Yoda prom. I believe we did 5 Yoda proms. YP, Yoda prom, Walipini. So looking really good. These are gonna be 5 beautiful Yoda proms.
They look very similar, these two, and there as well. These look like nice lowriders with big leaves.
Yeah.
You know?
Big time. And
Not
then-
that much of branching out yet. Oh no, there they are, yeah. Oh, and that one definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one not. This one is like the Battle Royale.
Yeah.
Just the main stem with a little bit of branching. But then that one branched out, with 10 centimeters
Yeah.
branches
He's gonna
to
fill
5
this crowd
inches.
nice, dude. Then the rest of this bed is gonna be some fun, awesome new stuff from Greenhouse Seeds, bro. So
Ooh.
starts off with the Super Lemon Haze GMO cross, which is probably gonna be the longest flowering strain we have in the greenhouse, I would guess.
Oof, and they look more sativa.
Yeah, these 9 back here, I believe, are Milky Dreams from the Battle of the Breeders. So 9 Milky Dreams looking parallel and just beautiful, huge, healthy and happy. And then I think we got 3 of the King's Tart. So 3 King's Tart.
Friction or pulp friction?
Friction, yeah, pulp friction right here. So I think we got, I don't know, another 4 or 5 pulp frictions. And then the rest are those Super Lemon Haze GMOs.
It's a nice stroll in the greenhouse with you guys, I have to say.
Yeah, bro.
I want to say thank you for giving me this amazing tour, Dakota, and giving us this update. What do you think up to now? Has it been successful for you? Is this what you were expecting, or not that much?
I think it's everything I was hoping for and more. And look at all the stuff we're already learning. From like the amendment different from here, just looking down, you can see the difference. We can see the difference already of some of the harder feeders and the bed quality or the amount of soil even from all the way down below. So we're already learning things. We're only 30 days into veg. So again, what do you guys think in the comments after seeing the entire tour and everything here in the greenhouse? How much longer should we veg it? I think today's probably a good time we throw in the scrog net no matter what.
Yeah, let's throw it on.
Do some toppings. Let's stretch it out and see on that. But let us know after you guys see it. Do you guys want to see some bigger plants, or do you want to see us get into flower right away and just start pheno hunting?
Yeah, it's a good question because we always want more weeds, but is it really necessary? I also want to see it go to flower, buddy,
Right?
you know? But I understand the chicken and waffles is not ready yet, so we're kind of with a dilemma here. What shall we do, guys?
All right, Brian, the time has come. Cheers. So we're gonna chop them down, but before we do, we'll show you really quick how big they got. They got huge, bro. Párate al lado de ahí. Look at this. This is definitely the biggest trees we've ever had, huh? Las más grandes que hemos tenido? Yeah, by far, dude. Look how freaking big these are. It's huge, bro. Dude, look at that. The stem, which is now a tree trunk, and the root is the size of some full-on stems. So to the compost. First load in a minute. Bro, I can't believe it, but Bryan got beat up by a bee. Let's see. Oh, bro. Oh yeah, there it is, dude. Oh no. Alright, that's it for Bryan. He's gotta go home. He's got beat up by a bee. And it reminded me of the time I got bit by ants. Well, that's it. We finished this up for the day. Muy bien, Bray. We're set. It's time to shower and continue the work day. Woo. Oh, it's been a minute. Here we are back in the tent room. Everything's been getting auto irrigated. Same thing as the CO2 with the pulse. Some changes had to be done last minute in the 4x8, but part of me is nervous, part of me is excited. I have no idea what we're gonna see in here. So the 2x4 is the RS11 cross the Super Lemon Haze. Wow. What a nice surprise. Wow. Everything looking gorgeous in here. So we got the Evo 3 and the AI controller. It's set to 3. See our CO2 levels are high, which make me think we have some spillover from the other room where we have the holes and the lines coming in. So they're definitely getting a little added benefit from that CO2. And wow, look at this, dude. Huge. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 phenos in here. So the Super Lemon Haze RS11 crosses. Looks like time to bring them out into the studio. I'm just really happy the way everything's looking right now, and especially in this 2x4. We'll bring the monitors up a little bit. Huge fan leaves, really healthy green. Can't wait to grow another Super Lemon Haze cross. So we're gonna get them into the studio, do a topping on the tall ones, probably a lollipop defoliation, and I would say like kick them into flower within the next day or two, let them recover, and then kick them right into flower. What other notes? The nutrients doing really well. So can't wait to actually start talking about them again. This is not the organic, this is the salts from the new company, and looking healthy. CO2 is looking really healthy with the organics. Tents are looking really healthy with the salts. But anyway, let's get them into the studio.
Running like Usain Bolt, swimming if I can't float. With it, take the paper, rip it clean slate. Here we go, dropping like Geronimo, popping Tropicana flows, boats till we bubble up. Undercover, they don't know. Usain Bolt.
All right, defoliated. Back in the tent, we ended up getting rid of number 3. Now, we're gonna go ahead and scrog, dude. I said freaking, let's just do it.
Running like Usain Bolt, running like Usain Bolt.
Boom. There we go. That's the first scrog we've set up in a good while. Not perfect, it definitely wasn't planned from the beginning, but she's set up, and then we'll start training her out. That way at least we'll know we'll have a nice even canopy going into flower. Looks like a total mess right now. All these bottom ones that I left on, these are all clones. I just left them on so we can get the clones here in a few days. Those will all be disappearing anyway. And then we'll have a nice little canopy going on. There it is. We're going to seal her up. See you ladies in a few days for the start of flower. Rest up.
Quick note, we get these greenhouse seed company beans from Seedsman. It's my go-to seed bank because of its big selection of breeders, and they have great international shipping.
I've known them for literally decades.
And that means me and all my grow bros around the world are covered.
They've got a huge selection, they stand behind their product.
For anyone looking to test some of the cultivars we've grown here on the channel, check out Seedsman, and make sure to use code HomeGrowTV to save some dough and help support the channel while you're at it. Much love, and let's get back to the episode.
Okay, what's up, my Shwales? Alright, so here's the 4x8, and potentially really is the only tent where we definitely came back to some issues. So let's talk about it. Okay, so here we are in the 4x8. This is everything we have from Shwale with 6 phenos of each of the BOP and the Guava papayas. So this already looks much better than the day we came home. We'll show you everything that happened in the pulse. It was pretty obvious what was going on when we got back, but we came home to a bunch of undergrown, tiny, yellowing clones. So immediately we took a look at the metrics. We looked at everything pulse from the THV monitor. We looked at the soil monitor. Everything irrigation was automated through FloorFlex, and that wasn't the issue. So you just seen the 2x4 and the Super Lemon Haze RS11 cross, and those are looking perfect. Whereas when I opened this up, we had some major issues. The VPD, as soon as I looked at it, it was just super high. It was really hot in here. It was super dry in here, and for veg, the VPD was like 1.6 hitting 2, which is like way, way, way too much. Basically, all of our clones were super stressed out and just not able to thrive and grow. So what I'm going to do today, we're going to get them out in the studio just really quick for a last little update. We're going to top at least one of them, I think, really quick. Take off any yellowing leaves, and they're already much better than what they looked like when I first got back. So I don't know if you guys remember the last upload, but we fully had installed the bucket company for everything irrigation. We had all the lines and the drippers to each one. Literally hours before leaving, finished the installation. I probably should have done it sooner, but as soon as I turned it on, there was leaks everywhere. It was shooting everywhere. Just the quality of the plastic really sucked. So yeah, so far, oh, look at that leak, bro. It's yeah. That thing is fucking also leaking out. This is crazy, bro. There's just leaks everywhere with this hose system, bro. This is crazy. Oh my god. I don't know if we're ever going to be recommending the bucket company again. I mean, we're using the bases for the drainage. Even this is something I don't fully trust and want to get switched out right away. You live and you learn, I guess, and we've definitely learned that using an irrigation system like this Floraflex compared to the bucket company was night and day. Like literally there was water shooting everywhere with those plastic fixtures. The quality just was not good. So we ended up ditching the bucket company. Within 2 hours we had everything switched out to Floraflex. The same half-gallon per hour drippers, 2 per plant, and good thing we had a lot of extras sitting around, thank God. So that's why we buy everything at the beginning before we genuinely recommend anything or get affiliate codes set up for certain things. The bucket company and Floraflex were 2 that we're testing side by side just to see. We didn't even get to doing anything irrigation with the bucket company because it wasn't for me, guys. It's not for me. Everything defoliated, lollipopped, some even topped. Everything BOP, Willa Papaya. Give them a few days to rest, recuperate, and we gotta kick right over into flower. Really excited to see what wash-specific genetics actually do. Again, weren't cheap, they're for a specific niche. Not everyone's looking to throw their indoor flowers into ice water hash, but if you are, this is one of the ones that you might be looking to test. But don't take my word for it, we haven't got to flower yet. That's what we're about to do. So I'm really excited to do that. Get these into flower. Simultaneously, we have Santi from Rosin, Bogota, Mediceft, growing them out at his place too, doing a double pheno hunt from his place, my place, and then obviously a full bed in the outdoor. Really, really excited to see. Hopefully find legitimately a really good return, good washer, and something that we want to keep for the long run. Make this whole process worth it. But it's nice to see all the yellow out of here, everything cleaned up. They're going to be looking nice and full here within just a few days and ready for flowers. So let's take a look at the Pulse dashboard and see what it was that had these slow and stunted and yellowing out. Now let's take a quick dive through the Pulse and see what happened and the metrics as far as the 4x8 with the Shwales. So we're on day 25 veg, and if we go to the course of the last month, you can see right away that the VPD was just way too high. Over the course of like several days, pretty much a week, we were cooking the plants in there. The temps were just really high. We were crossing 30 degrees, and our humidity was super low, which led to
super high VPD, really stressed out plants. As soon as we made the adjustments, that was about a week ago, VPD averages have been much better where they should be for veg. Humidity's been okay, could be even a little bit higher, and our temperatures have been great on average. So after making the adjustments, all good. This is something that we definitely should have seen prior to just looking at the metrics, doesn't matter how far away I was. But it's kind of cool to be able to go back now and just see, oh, that's where our issues occurred. Why do the plants look yellow? Well, it's pretty darn obvious. You can see it right here. We were just cooking the plants VPD. And if we go into the 2x4 with the Super Lemon Haze crosses that look really nice, look perfect, they did not face the same issues at all. So no wonder the Super Lemon Hazes look so good and the Shwales look so hurting. But after a little trimming up, getting them cleaned up, we'll get them back into shape and cruising right into flower. Alright guys, welcome to the end of this video with our nutrient reveal. Finally going to talk about exactly what nutrients we've ended up switching to, as for the last month it's been a complete mystery. So, if you guys guessed it right, drum roll please. Kronk Nutrients is officially back in the garden. So yeah, I'm sure we had a few of you guys tricked, as you probably thought it was a new nutrient brand. If you've been watching our channel for a little bit, you've probably seen over the last few years that we've tested a lot of different nutrient companies. And tested in the sense of at least a few harvests over the course of at least 6 months, and giving us a good sense for what that brand was. We recently just finished Athena last year, and after reading the comments, a ton of feedback, and we're always listening and asking for suggestions, the amount of times we heard organic, especially for the outdoor, was overwhelming. So funny enough, about 6 months ago, maybe even a little bit longer, I got a call from the owner of Kronk, who I now consider a good friend. He even came down to Colombia, visited us for a little bit. But he gave me a call and he said, Dakota, we're going to be launching an organic nutrient line in 2025, and I would love for you to be able to test it out. Obviously, immediately my mind was racing, because Kronk Nutrients we've loved and tested in the past and had it crush on strains such as lemon orange and bring us home a cup, crowd favorites like the ocean fruit, and some bigger pheno hunts that just cranked out some of the most unbelievable buds we've ever grown. So we were already a big fan of Kronk and what they've done in the past. It was always one of our favorites in the sense of the accessibility for cost. Pound for pound, bottle for bottle, it's just the most cost efficient and affordable nutrient that we've ever used here on the channel, and always been a crowd favorite when it came to recommending new growers. So now that they had an organic line launching, and again, this is fully in testing, but going to be launching here this year, I think within the next few months. We're using the organics fully in our indoor, and the CO2 and everything you've seen in there is all this new organic line. It's separated into N, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, as well as an organic CalMag and organic base nutrient. So you bet your butt, everything outdoor from here on out is going to be organic. We'll be hopping on a call or some type of interview or something with Cortland, the owner of Kronk Nutrients, the creator of Kronk Nutrients, hopefully really soon to get some more details on it. But big congratulations to the 3 first comments I seen that threw down Kronk Nutrients. You're keen beans. You had a feeling in your tummy and you were right. So congratulations that just won yourself a full kit. Again, Kronk has both full salt line, they have an autoflower line, and now officially have an organic line. So if you want the organic line, she's yours. You guys just won yourself a full kit. Congratulations. I'll make sure to have a code down in the description below, guys, for everything Kronk. And get ready for some crazy fire buds as we step back into Kronk Nutrients, one of the brands that we loved from the past few years, and we're officially doing some organics again. So thanks to everyone who's been throwing it down in the comments, guys. Much love, and thank you for sticking to the end of this episode. We'll see you guys next week on HomeGrowTV. I'm ripped, bro. I'm ripped. Wow, it's like almost midnight, and at least we had to record some. I should have done this way earlier, though, when I have not like 10 doobies deep. I'm also going to leave up 2 videos on the screen here and here, guys. YouTube thinks you guys are going to like this one, and here's another one that's relevant, I guess. I don't know. Check them out. Let's rip another dub.